some funny me.
Sugar music.
Baby, show me love, show me love. I don't want to leave your side one moment, no girl. I don't wanna be a single no more. Every day you make me want more. Show me how you feel inside. Girl, I cannot read your mind. I am not telepathic. For your love, I feel like an addict. Yeah. Tell me what I could do. Tell me what I could do. Yeah, I'm addicted. Anything you want me for do. Anything you want me for do. It's you, it's you. I need a lover and a friend. It's you, it's you. Girl, are your business? No more they do me. It's you. Hey, I was shy for tell you how I feel for you, for you. Hey, girl, are you?
All I'm not gonna let you go. Can you get a thing when I make man crow? You can kiss to my ear, kiss to my ear, yeah. I'm not gonna let you go. Can you get a thing when I make man crow? Yeah, you gotta kiss to my ear, kiss to my ear. And you know it's time I go there by you. If you want to go buy for you, because I swear I live for you, live for you, live for you. And it's you want to there for you, and it's you want to go buy for you. And you know it's time I go stand by you, baby.
It's you, it's you. I need a lover and a friend. It's you, it's you. Girl, are your business? No more they do me. It's you. Hey, I was shy for tell you how I feel for you, for you. Hey, girl, are you? Let's build castles and then buildings and castles. Let's pop bottles. We are done fighting those battles. With you alone, I want to live and build a home. If you not give me loving, tell me body me feel so good. Whenever I see you, I fall in love all over again. Girl, it must be you. Tell me, I wish my love there. Show me how you feel inside. Girl, I cannot read your mind. I am not telepathic. For your love, I feel like an addict. Yeah. Tell me what I could do. Tell me what I could do. Yeah, I'm addicted. Anything you want me for do. Anything you want me for do. It's you, it's you. I need a lover and a friend. It's you, it's you. Girl, are your business? No more they do me. It's you. Hey, I was shy for tell you how I feel for you, for you. Hey, girl, are you? Hey, hey, hey.
Ultra some funny me.
Sugar music.
Baby, show me love, show me love. I don't want to leave your side one moment, no girl. I don't wanna be a single no more. Every day you make me want more. Show me how you feel inside. Girl, I cannot read your mind. I am not telepathic. For your love, I feel like an addict. Yeah. Tell me what I could do. Tell me what I could do. Yeah, I'm addicted. Anything you want me for do. Anything you want me for do. It's you, it's you. I need a lover and a friend. It's you, it's you. Girl, are your business? No more they do me. It's you. Hey, I was shy for tell you how I feel for you, for you. Hey, girl, are you?
All I'm not gonna let you go. Can you get a thing when I make man crow? You can kiss to my ear, kiss to my ear, yeah. I'm not gonna let you go. Can you get a thing when I make man crow? Yeah, you gotta kiss to my ear, kiss to my ear. And you know it's time I go there by you. If you want to go buy for you, because I swear I live for you, live for you, live for you. And it's you want to there for you, and it's you want to go buy for you. And you know it's time I go stand by you, baby.
It's you, it's you. I need a lover and a friend. It's you, it's you. Girl, are your business? No more they do me. It's you. Hey, I was shy for tell you how I feel for you, for you. Hey, girl, are you? Let's build castles and then buildings and castles. Let's pop bottles. We are done fighting those battles. With you alone, I want to live and build a home. If you not give me loving, then let me body me feel so good. Whenever me I see, I fall in love all over again. Girl, it must be you. Love me, I wish my heart there. Show me how you feel inside. Girl, I cannot read your mind. I am not telepathic. For your love, I feel like an addict. Tell me what I could do. Tell me what I could do. Yeah, I'm addicted. Anything you want me for do. Anything you want me for do. It's you, it's you. I need a lover and a friend. It's you, it's you. Girl, now your business, nobody do me. It's you. Hey, I don't go shame for tell you how I feel for you, for you. Hey, girl, now you.
I still got joy in there. I got peace that makes no sense. Now I won't be going under. I'm not held by my own strength. 'Cause I've built my life on Jesus. He's never let me down. He's faithful through every season. So I would leave him now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to another broadcast. Well, welcome, and uh, we have a few things to talk about today, and these are actually very sensitive stuff, things that would definitely help to activate, and put into motion, what we have missing, and in that country of ours. One of the things I always talk about is if you and I cannot lend our voices to what is going on in Sierra Leone, then I can tell you that we are losing a country. It is like we're turning our backs against our country. Well, let me say this. There's so much drama where we see they go on right now in our country. So much drama, so much, a whole lot of stuff is going on. And you might be very sensitive to it. You might be ignoring. You don't ignore them. Probably, you don't ignore them because probably you don't want the pressure. There's a whole lot of drama where they go on. I'll tell you one thing. These are demons. Demons now then they run that country. Maybe if you begin to escalate the way how they think about them, the way how they see them, probably then go think twice and no say, Cylonians are not that stupid. Now demons then they rule with demons. These are people who were extremely wicked. Where wickedness embedded in them. Wickedness day inside them. And I make way people then can say, oh my dad, then go change. I tell people they will not change. They will never change. I not see change in any way near them people here. So I not see one change. I not believe say then they change. And I not expect them for change. So this is who they are. These people, this is who they are. These are wicked people. These are demons from the pit of hell. They don't care about you and me. They don't care about the suffering masses in Sierra Leone. No, they don't care. They just want for themselves. And then I make way people then can talk. And then they make some statements. Oh, well, not in time, let them rule, this and that. Who told you that? You don't go on a free turn and you don't work on a free turn and you don't talk. If you're not in a free turn, you don't talk to people in a free turn. You don't sound the opinion of people and the way how they feel about them people also where they rule them right now. You know how they feel. You know their expression. You know their inward anger. Just because they don't silence everybody, no mean say the people are happy. They don't silence almost everybody. Nobody is speaking anymore. Nobody know they talk, not alone. Everybody is quiet. Because people are afraid to confront. People are afraid to talk. Because when they talk, what thing go happen? So many things go happen to them. What thing they happen? What thing they go on? What thing they go on? There are so many things where from yesterday, for yesterday night to this morning and everything it's just mixed up. There are so many things. You don't even know what these people are doing. You don't even understand what they're doing. Now, what thing they don't do, they don't extend the what they call. Yeah. It's sad. It's sad that you get a government where not show any sign of responsibility. More ministries and don't kind side. More positions and don't kind side. It gets an economy where definitely they on life support. In fact, it don't even pass life support. Yet a government they will not realize say the economy they on life support. Yet they don't bring so many other extended ministries. Extended ministries. You think you see these people that people were responsible? A responsible government, a responsible individual. If they look at what happen in country, if they look at the economy, how the economy dey, then either it scale down or probably say, okay, we can manage this thing and add more. You instead of you scale down, instead of they add more ministry, they add more departments. Can you tell me that this is a responsible government? It is you guys who are the SLPP pauper. Who they ask una the question? Una feel say na a responsible government this? Now you now una therefore tell me now. Una feel say una when they support pauper, una when they can't cost for them, una when they tell people they off for them. Una feel say na a responsible government this? When the economy dey on life support, probably one for unplug and safe. Because you know say they can't do anything with that economy. If they on life support, then it will go extend it will go bring other ministries then the extended departments. You think it is a serious government? You think they are willing foresee the suffering of the people? No, they are not. All now for create department, then create ministries then for the boys. That is all they are doing. You create, work for your boys. You don't even care about the suffering masses. Yesterday, the day for yesterday, they talked in that village, because I lost contact with them. The first way I be there, I think in phone, I don't know, something happened in phone, so I don't get contact with them. So day for yesterday was the first time I able to establish another contact with them back after a brief while. Then they tell me about the suffering, and I assure them, say tomorrow I will ensure that if you have 5 bag rest safe, let them go share. It's not going to be much because I get a whole lot of responsibility. I have kids I have to take care of. I have my dad I have to take care of. I have other people I have to take care of. So it's a whole lot. My wife safe getting young people that we get to take care of. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot. But these are my people. I grew up in that village. JSBT say I am because we are. If you go look at JSBT book, JSBT say I am because we are. You know what it mean? I build that I beat today because I did a community. Because I find myself in a community. We know them time then day. When picking they go school, they go beat Kaya for and they go beat this, they go do this. So man, when you don't sabi yourself, just because you are one of the people that will come on and every way now you go school. You understand? And they say you do well in school. That man they go just beat Kaya. And that me for me now my responsibility down there for say I owe on to that village. Not only to my own people that were there in that village, but I owe on to the entire village. Because if I be with that I be so, some of them contributed. Remember who host for on a village. Doti host for on. Now other hosts will go live for stay in the building. So go live now other money who host. We not pay host rent too. The village life, we know that. They call you, can't leave. Go live there for some time. So JSBT say I am because we are. Each person they take responsibility for the other. That stuff not they again as alone. They again. That stuff they again. Wherein stranger they come out inside the village, somebody it's a you, but not to you fumble. It a bit kind for you. It will pack small rest for you, say na my own contribution this. It doesn't happen. I don't know, but I just feel say it doesn't happen anymore. I go to Freetown, except for these idiots who did it now. I usually go to Freetown every year. It doesn't happen anymore. And I spend more time in the village. Most times at the village I spend my time. I have not seen it. Every family get for take care of your own pikin. That is what I have seen in the village right now. But first day, no. When I see 1, 2 pikin and then at the village where they go school, other people in the country, they chip in. No matter how small it is. Somebody don't get where they can't tell you, they can't tell mama thank the mommy thank you, they tell you thank you back for the education where you go. For the school where you go. That day they boost you morale. You know. But it doesn't happen anymore. We know they see them that they happen in other countries anymore. That is how we grow up. And so I owe on to the village. And I promised them say Friday, tomorrow. You know, I could definitely see what I can do for send, for let them share. It might not be much, but it will help them a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, these people don't know and they don't understand the suffering of the people in Asalo. They know they align themselves. They know they associate themselves with the suffering of the people of Sahel. Before that, they don't begin make a bloated. The budgets don't extend back. Life support economy. An economy where they under life support. They don't create more ministry they back. They don't create more department they back for give work to the boys. But again, we go no side and they pull the money. Because you know, these people are just a mess. You know, every day you see new things. Let me make this guy how you call him? When I in NGC, you know, you see every day SLPP get for can explain themselves, and every day they explain about themselves, explain what you know, where they don't mess up. Now 2 plane, then they can Asalo now 2 plane, a whole country, 2 plane. What a disgrace! It is a disgrace. 2 plane. Air Brussels and Air Morocco. Now the only 2 planes that way they go to Salon now. A whole country. Because there's no traffic. Traffic no dinner salon. No traffic. Plane they go for care people in a salon. Maybe sometimes they care about people, but when they turn back, few people. And that is now occasional when holidays are there and everything, and it go full. And mostly like December holiday, so some of us will be the go. We don't stop for go. Southeastern they not get mind. Somebody take care 5-6 years before we go free tour. We were going every year. Somebody take 5-6 years. Just see outside the suffering day right now. And see them they say, oh not as they get mind for send for them people there. That I can tell anybody that they not them. They get mind for send for them people there. I have people the way they send. I know people the way they send for the entire village. I get one sister of mine. Where the last time he sent over almost bags of rice, over 80 bags of rice. Now village. Not that they get mind. They get mind for pull money and send to them people there. That is not happening with the Southeasterners. They grab it. Look at how we did our government no more. So the APC, when they go to the village, so they scatter money, they help people there. It make the economy. But if you catch the money no more, you change out to dollar, you send them to your family now overseas. It doesn't rotate the economy. It not help the economy. And that is why that make we not see nothing at the economy, because these people are people where they that the diaspora will go work. So when they get the money, what they do now, they send it to their family, put it on their bank account now, yeah. So they revolve. The money they revolve. If people don't know, that is some of the reasons. Most of them are in the diaspora. APC now, most of the people there now be inside the country. They say that go keep her. If they go take the money, they go take. When they go to the call, they send them back. They dish them over to people. So if they go around, it help the economy. I don't want to talk boku big waiting and call them, you know, where people that can kind of begin talk big. No. Talk simple, let the people understand what you they talk. Let the common man, the grassroots, let know exactly what you they say. Not can begin talk a lot of big English then the economy, this and that, and begin put jargons there where the common man not able to understand. No, let us say things that where the common man can able to understand. The economy, you know, they go round. You know, they go round. The economy, if I reach this, the grassroots, the smallest man, if I reach him, when he said go na shop, he buy. He said go na culture shop, he buy. When go na fry shop, he go buy something at the restaurant. The money they go round. They go round. They help the economy. But we don't see that they happen. Because we have people we don't understand which they happen. We don't get the money, they send it to the family. Now people like, oh, well, and they don't pick it there, they go. What about your own children? We talk to the dog, you talk to the bone also. Where they don't pick it, they don't pick it west the all day overseas. They were there in governance so. Then pick it and west the all day overseas. But when they're in the opposition, when they so they're picking the overseas. So what about yours? Fatima be not picking the overseas, so they lavish money, they enjoy money. Private jets that they take. You know, some of us, you know, we are too one-sided. But that is why people are suffering. I make I tell people that I say some of us, we own people and they suffer. And to be very honest, me own people and they no go suffer. They will not suffer. I don't mind. Let me then I are so hungry, but they no go. I don't go allow them let them suffer. I will not get for suffer back. Who know when they go and praise, oh papa, madam yo. Now who they suffer. We they see her. Vividly we they see her. You know most people they don't call me from Southeast. You know most. We they see her. And let me tell you something. Some of us, I make I tell you, not another. They get mind for support them people. Not another. They get mind for support them people. I mean, they guy then David Francis, they all be do. You see any of them in below Snafrito? You see any of them below that they village self? But not as then they do, and then they are the bill host like McKinney, Cambia, bill host at the village, then bill host Snafrito. They do it. David Francis done the overseas for over almost years. 1 room and palace self, you not get in a salon. That tells you how these people then they behave. You know, not tonight they build big house in Kenema. They say get helipad call. They get apply for park helicopter all. Cathy say, God. And the salon people they una the beer, una sabi beer, una able beer. Salon people they able for beer. But today I make mention of few things. You know, and one of the things that we are for probably bring forward now concerning the future elections. Then, waiting this, you know, behavior yaso go do to future elections. Because let us remember, the people that we don't reach a point where they don't fatigue they don't set in, you know, and then try to you don't see like way they do 800 400 meters, let's say 400 meters, you know, we don't reach almost to the 100 mark for cut the line, you know, fatigue don't set in, tiredness don't set in, breathing don't reduce, you know, your legs and don't begin give way and all of them things, and the boy you strike because you want for win the race. And that the Sierra Leoneans then do on these elections, they do everything possible for reach the finish line, for go vote, for protect the votes. They did all that, but they were fatigued. They be done tired, breathing done. But they say this don't finish this race. This is important for each one of us. Let us finish the race. And the Sierra Leoneans then finish that race there. If the international community, including the ECOWAS, including the people that within a salon, we don't resolve say we not take them. if we not pile pressure, three things then go happen. And three things then get for happen. Number one, that it will destroy the credibility of future elections. That's number one. Where if this they allow this thing for stay, they allow Madabio for go through this, it will destroy future elections. Then it means say people, of course, we don't talk over now. People would never trust the process of elections then as alone. They will never trust the process of elections then as alone. And number two, what they do? They discourage people then for go vote. People then will refuse for go vote. Put voter apathy, voter fatigue. People then go decide say, okay, you know what? This thing I vote safe, you know, get not what they do. You know, they reflect me vote. So why I for go vote? And let me tell you, I want to let you look at the countries then where there are voter apathy, where people then fed up, where people then say, we not they go vote again, we not care again. It's difficult for bringing them calm. It takes a whole lot for bringing them calm back. The people that still get the resilience for move on. Cylonians and grassroots still get the resilience for move on. But let me say this. If we allow, especially we the citizens, especially we within the diasporas, if we allow this thing for go on, it discourage the people there for vote in the future. Because it's meaningless for make a vote. What you know? So number one, what it destroy the credibility of elections there in the future. Number two, it discourage people there for go vote. But number three, you know what they do? It embolden politicians there. It embolden, you know, INEC workers there for say what you they do so there is no consequences for it. It embolden people, the politicians they go do anything now. Nothing they no say nothing not for commodity. NEC workers there go do anything. They no say they not go face any consequences. Almost people and they will engage for what they call they not do that nothing. In fact, they reward them back, they give them money. So it embolden politicians there, people already involved in elections there, for no say there will not be any consequences. So how can we continue by elections then, day in, day out, we will not say it's not credible. Then we go to line. Some man they go early. Look these elections. Some man go 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. The most way people are going to 5 a.m. in the morning for go vote. And look at the outcome. This is the outcome. And I don't think people are ready for take that anymore. People are not willing to go through a process wherein elections they're marred by irregularities, marred by falsehood, marred by lies and everything. People are not willing to take that anymore. You know. But oh, commodity. Welcome to the next. It's a religious bodies there. You know. I always say this, you know, no people like you say, hey, it's not for left there, you know, and let God deal with them. No, not the left there, let God deal with them. We say segment for deal with them. You know, somebody they, well, touch my touch not my prophet, do no harm to you. These are things we know. You understand, eh? We know them. Touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. I was there, have been there. These are the things we don't embolden. These are the things we don't make these people don't become so big that they feel say nobody no can talk to them. You know, pastor then they say And I mean they represent God. They call them daddy. The wife then they call them mommy. No, me not to me own daddy, then not to me own papa, not to me own mama. There. The only daddy who I get na the one we born me. The only mama who I get na the one who born me. I don't get no daddy, I don't get no mommy anymore. Except those two. Now they will call mommy and daddy. But they don't become so powerful that they institute things now for make them protect themselves. You know. Let me tell you, one philosopher say it's a religion. It's that the most powerful form of, mind control, manipulation, and indoctrination. Three things: mind control, manipulation, and indoctrination. And we remember, if you remember the words where a philosopher say back, he say what? He say religion is the opium of the oppressed. Religion is the opium, that is not the drug of the oppressed. It's like religion and the oppressed, with all the oppressed. They go there for make you go get solace. They go there for make you go get, so it's like a drug. Where you take a drug, it make you feel good at that point in time. But the repercussions then they. I thank God Samuel Kamara himself don't realize that one day. And he blast for them, then they for yesterday. About their hypocrisy. About the way in which the religious bodies then don't quiet for over 5 years. They don't care. They don't want to know. Killings that they take place, they don't talk. Everything that happen, nobody is talking. And these are religious bodies. These are people then where say they call themselves and they protect humanity. But yet they did not say anything. One of me broadcasts there talk about Janani Luwum na Uganda, the Archbishop of Uganda, of the Anglican Church na Uganda, where he stand before Idi Amin and he tell her the truth. He lost his life for that. He lost his life for that. Idi Amin kill him. But one thing we will know for Janani Luwum, that the fact say he say the truth. He take honors for the people of Uganda. Where Idi Amin they kill, he take honors for that. And in the process, he lost his life. Any man of God will not willing for losing life for you, not a man of God, yeah? Any man of God will not willing for lay down in life for in parishioners there, for in people there, for the people of Salon, enough fit. Janani Luwum, he lay in life down for the people of Uganda. Idi Amin killer. Go back and read them that story there. Go back and read the story of Janani Luwum, the Archbishop of the Anglican Church na Uganda in the 70s, where Idi Amin killed. Because he tell her the truth about the killing way they kill the people of Uganda. Okay, let's go back. What about Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ lay in that life dawn. He give life for people. He lay in life. Never can tell people they say this religious fundamentalism, this religious waiting call like say now no more get religion. Now they go strike for people the way they say that gay there. Allahu Akbar. Oh, not just alone. Now you will not go Allah Akbar. But we not get mind going a street against waiting and they do the people of Salone. We not get mind going a street for waiting for gay. We not allow that in a Kishi. We not allow that day. But we not get mind for going a street against Mother Bio for what they do to Salone. Una not get mind in a mosque, una they come. Una get mind talk about homosexuality in that church, na mosque and church. But una not get mind for talk about the ills where this government they do to young citizens there. Una not get that mind there. And I make sure the way I can tell people then about religion, and they talk from a vintage point of view. I was once a pastor. Not only a pastor, I was once a reverend. So I have a vintage advantage over any other person. Whether they watch me or whether they listen to me. You understand that? One of the mistakes, and I can tell people that, you see, watching these people do to Africans there, watching them do to Africans there, now for create that way them now we that fear, now we mind, create that fear for believing things that when are lies. There are so many things we go tell you now that the Bible way that they are just fallacies, they are lies. They are lies, and people know what I talk. I will say it because I have mastered that book. I know the book. I have mastered it. You cannot tell me about religion, especially Christianity. You cannot tell me about them. You get some of them people so we all went to school together. Some of them, of course, were my seniors. Some of them are senior for them. We didn't enter religious council day. We went to school together. Especially the heads there. They were my senior. If you cannot stand and talk for your people, you are not fit to be called a man of God. If you cannot protect your people, if you cannot come together as a religious body and say we see what happened in Mali, a whole imam, now he pull an entire government, a imam, he pull an entire government. But now inside Salone, now you come, you see imam there and pastor there, they go to government for go big. They go for go big. So they are against the people of Salone. They are for the government because the government, see, they don't give them money now for they go and talk peace, preach peace and this and that. But they were all talking to the government about what they were doing to the people of Salone. They never. I make me tell people that nobody not talk to me about religion. If you want, not listen to me. I don't care. No, not listen to me. But nobody not can tell me about religion. Religion is one of the weapons when the white man use against the Africans. Religion now one of the weapons. If you don't know that, I only know that. Because afterward, I make people say, oh, with black man they too brutal. Black man they too brutal. You know where it came from? You know that brutality, where brutality come out? Go check records. Then talk to Europe no more. You inside Europe. Check about the Vikings then. Know the history of the Vikings. Maybe if you know the history of the Vikings, you go know inside brutality kind of the world. Go know about the Vikings then. Know about the wars in Europe, the wickedness in Europe. You know inside Cotan and Cotfoot they come. You know know eh? Go check the Vikings then. Who said that they preach Bele and wait go check the Vikings. I have read about it. You go and read about it. When the white man don't do the black man bag, he bring religion, he bring the Bible car. Right and 5 and bring a car for forgiveness. Oh, we should forgive. Tell me whosoever white man don't forgive. You give me instances. Then I go bring in boku instances, a whole lot of a trail of instances. So I go tell you who they have retaliated. When you come to the with black man, they say forgiveness. Nah, Lord forgive, Lord this and that. But they don't forgive. Give me one instance. We're in the United States. Who know what in the United States? Tell me. Go read the Vikings. Go read about the wars in Europe. In the 1100s, 1000s. Go read. Yeah, if you read about the Vikings, probably you go begin change your mind and no say, you understand the wickedness, now the first start wickedness. Go read about slavery in the United States. Go read. Wait, oh God. You know, the reason we make some of una not they read. People don't read. People don't have time to read. And because you don't get time for read, then they affect you. Because you dey listen to people waiting and tell you, it become hook, line, and sinker to you. But when you read books, then you can know exactly what is being done to us. Because they don't dilute with mindset. They don't create that mindset of religion rather than hard work. You see some man they in a church. Wait Sunday. You go see some man going to church Sunday from morning till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the evening. What are you doing instead of going to work? Instead of doing something beneficial with your hands and feet? Kanaya, when they go to church, that 1 hour. 1 hour. Some man they come on and keep blessing, go to church with a uniform. Go to church. 1 hour. He don't come all the back. He don't go to a house because he don't go sleep. He don't go na net. But you know that's the problem with us. The problem with us, we know they read. We don't get time for read. We don't get time for read, and that's the problem. And that is why we have been deceived by religion. You know. Whose Bible will they go tell somebody say now only one road for them to go to heaven? One road. Yes, we get for think. We get for get a critical mind. We get for think critically. Who's God that the way we decide say now just one road 9 days for each? I'm talking from a Christian point of view. And the Bible now is saying that only through Jesus Christ. Now I don't know more for good. Who that tell you that one day? Who that say so? Who say you pull that statement there? And one of the things that they, because not to Jesus talk himself. So now we even establish that fact, say not to him talker. I can argue anybody, any pastor, now we can at the air, now we argue out. Go read the Aramaic. Go back to Aramaic and read them. Jesus no ever make that statement there. So then nobody not lie panel. He not even make that statement. They coined the statement because they want to align that statement there with forgiveness, wherein you understand that because they don't do people the bad na the world, especially black people, so they want to use a means for no sign of the way Jesus talk that statement there. Don't even bring the Bible for me. I beg. Not even bring the Bible. I beg, because this is not an authentic witness call. You go to the original manuscript. Let us go back to the original, but it's just like the Lord's Prayer. The Lord's Prayer where they read not to the Lord's Prayer now one day. It is not the original. It is not the Aramaic Lord's Prayer. I can give you the Aramaic Lord's Prayer. This was a doctored Lord's Prayer. It was a doctored one. And they talk from a vintage point of view. And they talk from possible understand. I talk from possible you go read number that Bible where you hold my hand and say, nah, same thing to Islam. Because I don't talk one side, same thing to Islam. There are so many things that we know. I don't know. I mean, get satanic verses. You understand, eh? Na salon they lost. One come America, it lost na salon. I read satanic verses more than 5 times. It will surprise you for see the things that we inside the satanic verses will make them want for kill Salman Rushdie. If you don't know that, because people begin to find out things there where religion don't lie, but we people begin to find out things there. People begin to do searches there. First time nobody know they do research. Then people begin to do research about religion. People come out with the truth. People begin to realize, say, these people are lying to us. I know the select person, no. Myself, I believe in God. I believe in God. I know the select person not believe in God, though. But then nobody not tell me how to serve God. I know they listen to nobody for tell me how to serve God. That I don't pass that stage thing. You don't tell me how to serve God. If you want to preach, go preach. Simple one. Preach, you preach. But don't instruct me. One of the things I always say, you understand? Don't instruct me. Preach, but not instruct me. Because I know they take no instruction from you. Because you don't qualify for instructing. But you know what? You get people there within a salon, and I make that country they did the way I did so. We are so hooked up to religion. Oh, well, you know for say this, you know for say that one day. Because of what? Because you didn't have religion. Because you don't take religion hook line, and you don't take religion like say na you sawe, na you sowe or whatever. We don't become so. You see people that they did a mosque for the whole day, for morning to night they did a mosque. You don't go find better thing for do. You see people that they did a church for the whole day. They did a church. Hey, well, have you gone to church? Hey, God bless me today. Which waiting? Then you begin for go beg people. You say God don't bless you. You think God they bless people the way idle? You think so God they operate? Well, you don't understand. Go look the economic, the religious economic of money making. They probably go understand how God they operate. Maybe you don't know how God they operate. If you say you don't know more God can, me I know say I go get blessing this week. And the way I see that church today, okay, sit down, serve, sit down. Continue for do that. Religion has not helped Africans. That day we all know that religion not help none of us. Religion not help non-African. Now hard work. One of the days after they listen, one of Dangote a submission say them the interviewer about how he able to make money and all of them things and there. The man begin talk from January to December, he not put God one God day. Not put nothing. In success is the all. It began at my school. I start, with school we go to Egypt. Now they go college. Egypt, come out there, he do business management. Come out there, he come back and he work for your uncle for less than a year. Then he start up your own business. You not put one God deal. But about us, hey, now God, now this. No. It is not. It is not. Then Bill Gates there. You get Elon Musk there. All the one in the. They know I know they say not to. They know they go to. These are some of them are Jews. Judaism, but these are the wealthiest people in the world. These are the wealthiest people in the world. We did our church from January to December. But yet we are the poorest in the world. We are the poorest. Africans are the poorest in the world. Then you can't tell me about religion. Please, don't bother me. Don't bore me with that. But let me say this. The religious leaders have not become so silent over the past 5 years. They have become so silent. They are not saying anything. And now, because you have been bought, now they can't talk peace. Hey, nobody listen on a salon. Yes, nobody listen on. Nobody know they listen on. What you tell me what you they can't tell we as religious bodies? What you they can't tell we? What you we can't tell people? Oh, Nabia, that's what God say. That is what that make we dey would dey so. Now so God say. Get faith by God. That is what we have been doing all throughout our life. That is why say alone dey usa dey so today. Because we know they take the bold step and say no, we use another method bar. Now we country other than religion. Me, I know they tell anybody say they not serve God. Oh, not to that. Please, far away from that. But what they say is the kind of devotion we would put. If not that devotion, they would put pa other things for make money. I'm telling you, Sierra Leone before being one of the wealthiest countries in sub-Saharan Africa. Sierra Leone before being one of the wealthiest countries. We have arable land. a land where good, even if you not use fertilizer, and they produce crops. We get lands there where if you not put fertilizer, that they produce crops. Well, and they can't talk about that very soon. But think, let no religious body no can tell me, say, oh, Lord get peace. For peace sake. That word they are not one for peace sake. When I see all the crooked things when the damn people they don't do in that country there. These thugs. When I see for the past 5 years, what I don't know, you people were silent. Nobody spoke. Just like when they talk about the civil society organizations. The religious body kept quiet, kept a tight lip. Then they say nothing. Everybody is afraid. Nobody know one for die. But there were people like Juliani Luwum, now Uganda, will die for saying the truth to Idi Amin about the way how they mistreat and they kill people there in Uganda. The Archbishop of Uganda, he came out. He lost in life. But in name then at the archives now. You understand? People that they go pilgrimage in Uganda for this man is sick. Yes, around the world, I want you ask. Around the world, people they go pilgrimage. Usa in what they call it? Usa in Tumbede. Because he made sacrifices for him people. And you have Salunian. You know, I don't get one respect for none of them. Whether it be imam or pastor, I don't have respect for them. Every one of them are bullshit. I don't want for you such a word. But for me, I don't care. You can't broadcast. Go. But we will continue for talk about the heel of with society. Especially with these men of God. We call themselves men of God or women of God. Now go sit down and say we want to make peace. Who's peace that one day? When there is no justice. And God, one of the things where God talk about, where Jesus talk about, where Prophet Muhammad talk about, now justice. Justice. They all mention about justice. Abo, not tell what you will not know. You know, these are not the days where everybody is full, everybody is uneducated. No, we are all educated now. If even they're not educated, they are enlightened. You understand? Eh? If even the person not educated, but you're enlightened, you know what things happen around them. You know, we don't make, and I don't talk at the last say, hey, me money, I will never put my money per church, and they put my money in a mosque. I know they put me money for build church, and they put me money for build mosque. I will never do that. I know they spend me money per church and mosque. No. I they spend me money for what? For rehabilitate humanity. I will spend me money per mortal man, not to building. Which is the building? Hey, when I put one for build a mosque and this and that. It's not becoming a begging society now. Everything that Salone has become a begging society. You go to the airport to, you know, the what they call the big. Everybody from the top management to down, the all man the big. But we know the shame. A whole entrance for kind size salon. From there, the person don't begin realize say this is a country of beggars. Hey, bro, what did happen now? No, but you know the shame. Aren't you ashamed? Salon are the only country where they see them things and then they happen. You know they be ashamed of yourself. The entrance to a country, you don't begin big. You are the first face. Now the first face when the person they see for enter inside salon, then you first don't begin big. You know, the way you not get there, they begin make it difficult for you. I can sit down there and say, not to me time in the waste to you. The waste all the one they are with be me then time, not to me the waste. You know, begin make slow. I don't care. Hey, when tinap na corner, who that the tinap na corner for waiting? Tinap na corner for what? I said, na feature that one itself. Who are you for telling me I go chin up na corner? I have a Sierra Leone passport. I don't give you my Sierra Leone passport. You need for stamp and giving me Sierra Leone passport back la go. What you dey go tell me that chin up na corner? What's offense why I don't commit? Give me the offense why I commit. Go chin up na corner first. You crazy? You crazy? Now then the stalemate kido. One day they go call security all the can't type. Hey, I say if you not sabi work, go sit on this. You not get no work na ya. You not get nothing for do ya. Then the man stop me passport, la go. If you not take time, I dey call the boss there a come because you are begging me for money because I not give you the money. So you I begin holler now. So himself no say this one something get one for happen. Now it's something they give me. You know, they talk BMA and this and that. I said that your business down there. Why should don't stop me waiting and call her go? Not to buy force for give person money. Not to buy force. Let's say now our obligation say power forget that money day. It's crazy business. Now you don't work me money for me. Now you don't work me money. You know, but now we come out there. I want to talk about the young people in a salon. You know, the last time I told you, I say I want to talk about the young people there because, you know, we don't throw away the destiny. You understand? Because if someone had to wait to win destiny, someone sell you destiny, then someone give away. Three things. Somebody throw away destiny, say no want. The other one you na throw away destiny. Yeah, throw away destiny. Number two is sell them. Then number three, what? I don't forget to check the number three. We're not going to remember now. But basically, one of the things what they say is, we don't give away which is supposed to be ours, our destiny. And I want the young people there, one thing where they don't do, they don't give away their destiny for a few leons. And if you, at a point in time, you don't sell out what is supposed to be your own, you don't give them away. I wonder whose progress you want to let you make in life. You know, two things the way young people and they do in a salon. Number one, why I don't school this? I want to leave, go to office. I want to be this person. I want to be that. Now the first thing that they want to be, and they want to do everything possible for make that day possible. Number two thing, what then they do? Now for what? Now for begin big. Momo, we call them Momo Bella. Them. That means I go there near a politician. I go there near this person also on a daily basis. I they blow, I they praise, I they sing in praise because I want for better through this person also. The last I tell you, I say. You papa don't become slaves to person. You don't work for somebody. Then you yourself, when they come, now you they can work for that person day, where you papa don't work for, in your picking. Now you they can work for. For the rest of your life, now you life that one day. Because when we talk, now when they come and begin cost for them people and they back. After when they don't steal your destiny. Yeah, thank you, ma. Wider, how are you doing? After when they don't steal your destiny, now then they come back, they can't wait to call. Now then they come back, yeah, me more than true. Our people perish for lack of what? Well, the actual word, now wisdom. Wisdom. People perish for lack of course, you are right again, knowledge. You know, when that is not the up so when you don't get knowledge, you are going to suffer. They say when you this mind, when this thing is rotting, you know what thing happen? Now you aid 90 suffer because the amount of load we get for God to aid. When the mind, when you knowledge, when you brain fail, you know what thing happen? You get for use the strength. You aid 9 go get for suffer. Until youth then begin for take say we want for own life. We don't want to let somebody run with life. Because now that they see the youth they do in salon. Now politicians they run their life. Now workers they run their life. Now them big man they also they run their own life. They are not running their own lives for themselves. Now somebody else they run. Now make it they can cost for that person day. Because that person day now they run in your life. You know, where we go? Where we go? Look Russia. What they say? Not to Russia. I want to say that Ukraine. Ukraine they go inside Russia 28 times. You fine. Ukraine they go inside Russia 28 times. Now they go inside Russia. But let me tell you about Ukraine. Ukraine they feed 400 million people them around the world. Apart from their own people, then they feed 400 people with grain around the world. Not only grain, fertilizer. Then they supply fertilizer around the world. Ukraine alone. Yesterday I tell you now, but Rwanda. Rwanda they can size salon 2 times and 3/4. 2 3/4. That is how Rwanda small. Rwanda the kind size salon 2 and 3/4. Salon big pass Rwanda far away. But on tourism alone, Rwanda they make, you know how much they make? They make 2020 on tourism, $212 million. Now they make 2020 alone on tourism. Remember on COVID. Now COVID that they tell you so. COVID was there. They made $212 million on tourism. Maybe now they don't triple that one day. For go see them gorillas there no more. Them gorillas there for go see them. I want to go Rwanda. For go see them gorilla no more now $1,000. For go up the mountain for go see the gorillas. $1,000 that you pay. Not to other dollars, American dollars now they tell you so. Now you pay for go see the gorillas. And 65% of the arable lands in Africa today, 65% of arable land is in Africa. We get water. What is wrong with us? Nobody know how to go to farm. We can feed a Mano River Union. Sierra Leone alone can feed the Mano River Union. No stop on this so far. Me no say we can even able to go further than that. But nobody no want for go na farm. Everybody want office work. The youth they now office work they want. Everybody want office work. Everybody want for the inside town. I tell people, let me want to go Freetown. I always at the day na village pass the day inside Freetown. I like the village life. They pick it all. They go na village. Then they grumble, but and I with the day. Now village, now they with the day. Once on a while we come Freetown, but most times we are in the village. I like village life. Now I know they forget me people there. I know they forget me because I know say village life that you are like. But Rwanda they make $212 million in 2020 during COVID on tourism. Now it's a way. Salon. We're not able to forget 5,000 tourists. 5,000 tourists. Then you go make an airport. Will cost you almost $1 million. Where they can loan back from the United States. Loan about $150 million. I don't know how they pull out. With traffic no in that country. Now for pay workers and stuff it's difficult. Because there's no traffic. Now there are 2 planes no more now. 2 planes. Now they go salon now. 2 planes. Air Brussels and Air Morocco. It's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that you have a bunch of morons. A bunch of morons So let me say this. Ukraine able to feed 400 million people around the world, excluding the young people. In as much as the land, okay, big part we own. We call 233,090 square mile. We are 27,000, I think 300 and something square miles, or 600 and something square miles. Rwanda na 10,100, I think 37 square miles. 10,000. So Rwanda the kind size alone 2 3/4. So that make people that they talk this and that. We are able to feed the Mano River Union. Salone is capable of feeding the Mano River. If we put our shoulder to the wheel, we can feed the Mano River. No, stop and so far. I know that we can feed more than the Mano River Union. If we are serious enough, Salone can feed the Mano River Union with our staple food, rice. But you know, again, one of the things that they back we do it man the full way and then create a gap for make we believe say we cannot do it. And a religion, and they use the same religion. We go to the Arab world, you understand? They get so many things the way that they do there. So many things. There are some areas that we don't begin, they don't even, you know what I make them say, the Whitman said they talk say Africans say we not get sense, we not bright. That make way precisely they go say the Americans and English na educational dwarf there, academic dwarf there. I look and peer they laugh at. But this academic dwarf now they feed we. Now they feed we. And then they give you everything we want. Then they loan we, then they give you money back free. The academic dwarf there, where Prince Adi they talk about. You know, well, until you don't come and can now, let them feed themselves now. Let them pay staff there. The academic dwarf they not get the money again for doing. But you know, we can feed West Africa. We can feed the Mano River Union countries. We can feed Ivory Coast, Salone, Liberia, Guinea. You know, and West Africa, we get like 4 countries that we probably get 65% of geographical land area. 65% of the geographical land area. Even though most of them are deserts. When I 4 countries, in Chad, you get Mauritania, you get Mali, there with which country? Niger. 4 countries in West Africa make up 65% of land area. But we were then at this side there, we get one of the most fertile land. Guinea, Liberia, Salone, Ivory Coast, we get one of the most fertile land in West Africa. But wet, look the land, we cannot do anything with that. Go to the north. You go say the southeast is better. Go to the north. It's like na savannah now. No big trees, you know they see. No big trees. What's not good trees there? Everything don't wipe out. They don't cut all the trees there. No protection. That make where heat the blow. Even when you go to a village now, the heat where they blow because there are no big trees anymore. I remember the first year I go. You know, because I take some time and not go when I can. When I go, the first go I go, when I see you have them don't plunder we land because we get land when like 7-mile radius, end to end, 7-mile radius. When I see the way how they don't allow the people in a McKinney for come plunder that place, they cut stick them for wood and this and that. They don't, the place fever savannah. I almost cry. I say, what? This place where be the worker, when I be footpath with the worker from Dekan and McKinney. Now so forest we need, so forest. Then plunder the place. I almost cry. I say, what? Every day Motuka they go inside and go and warn the people that say, what you wanna do so? It affect this village in the next 20 years. What you wanna do so? What you wanna do so? It affect this village in the next 20 years. But it's just sad. It's just sad. It's I don't know what to say, but it is just a pathetic situation. You know, to be very honest, sometimes the side of they go take advice. I don't know, alone as a country. The side of they go take advice probably, that the wrong side they can go take advice. Or number one, we will not get leaders there yet we elect Salon. Two things. Either we will not get the advice we're supposed to get, or we will not really get leaders that will elect Salon to a point where they are willing to die for Salon. Maybe at that stage they will be. But I think I go cut the curtain down now, yeah. I will stop here so far and look forward for another day. You know, now I know they put a specific day because I can become so busy and so tight up that sometimes I can become so tired. You know, you get up, it's not easy sometimes. It's really not easy. That I can tell you for free. I mean, now no one for kind of mind can begin talk, and not do some few research and you know get some details where I go talk about where I go add flesh on the issues then we face in Salon. You know, but basically I want for stop here so far. I might come tomorrow, I might not. You know, but I always want for probably do an alternate day. But I might, if it's something very sensitive come out, I might come tomorrow. But it could be probably for a short time and probably a shut down also. But I want for do BM broadcast there so every alternate day. You know, and when I know how this world here to turn, especially with it's sometimes difficult for you know prepare lessons and where you know say there are so many things you get for do. You know, I want possibly I like for go to kitchen. I like the kitchen bad. You know, cook. I like cooking because I was taught to cook by my mother. You know, so as I be for cook bad. You know, but basically, we go stop now so far and look at what will happen for tomorrow. Probably an issue will come up. We'll definitely talk about. But one of the things we want for left to people, the fact say, day for yesterday I listened to Andrew Lavalley. Andrew Lavalley. There's one guy we then call Melvin Tijan Mansare, one of the senior parliamentary correspondent there, you know. Yeah, that guy Bobo, that fellow. In Bobo, Andrew Lavalley, they talk about new. And Marcel Samba. You know, you see them guy, what I can tell when I say these people are wicked, these people are destroyer of that country. Some of them Mende people also, they are the destroyers of that country. If we are not careful, now we they go and pamper them. You know how Silunians are stupid. When I make me at the address they all. Why I see you I say boy you not the same class. You not hegemony. You not Mende, so you support a Mende party. But it surprised me from I see people there way not to Mende, then they see the wrong thing they are to be done to Silunians, then they support the wrong things they are so bad. And every podcast I go talk, I get respect for 30% of Mende people. I'll talk and let people know. But the 70% there, they want they are the sheep, they are the wolf in sheep clothing. You get 30% the way you know say they are journeying with themselves and they are journeying. I listen this morning to Mohammed Moriba. You dey see the genuineness. When person they talk, you dey see the genuineness in her. You dey know say this is genuine. You dey talk out of your heart. You know, and now for them people that they make some of us, we can say something, they look back and say, you know what? We get people that we really, they're straightforward and they talk the truth. And some of them, they make people and they back down. People that want, see the way people want for them, they back down because there are people talking. Even these demonstrations they will get, there were many people on these demonstrations. People were there when I made there. And they talk as this is not about my tribe, this is about the country. And some of us, we also look at the country, not the tribe. So some of them people and they also that they give it courage, say there is future for the Southeast. There is future. Because for them people also, they have already destroyed the future of the Southeast. They have destroyed it. They make we become distrust Southeasterners. Oh yes. Any side, and like more about talk. More about talk anymore. Any side we go now. I mean they man they talk, not to me. I want to go listen Moriba in audio for this morning. Any side you go on and Mende, all man staff na Mende. You go na ECSL Mende. You go na statistics Mende. That's why they talk. While they listen now, it make all the department. They call it, most of them. Then social Mende now. On social Mende then they talk now. And people don't want us to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I go draw the curtain so far. So good night.